What is up, YouTube? How are you guys doing? We are live. We're recording. Hope you guys are glad to join us today. We are just getting everything set up.
Hey, we're doing this on the right day.
We are.
Let's go. High five, everybody.
It's amazing how we can do that when not everybody is there at the track.
I don't know. I mean, we could have done it last week, but
It was going to be.
It would be me and
challenge.
you, and then Jake would be on the phone. I just
Driving
was
through
like,
the
I don't wanna
forest.
do that.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I almost deleted the whole note by accident.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that would have been.
Sounds like a Jake thing.
That would have been interesting. Okay, let me get the song pulled up here. Alrighty. Let me
This is
know
a sick
when
diecast,
y'all are ready, and then we can go Big Boy Live.
Oh, big boy live.
Big boy live.
Oh, Lindsay is giving me the finger.
One to go.
And not,
One to go.
not that
Finger.
finger, but like
It's the crush.
The
she's giving me the
Yo,
hold on
easy,
finger.
she gives me that finger all the time, bro. It's
I'm not
freaking rough.
surprised.
I mean, I probably deserve it.
Get the thumbs up.
I
a lot.
think so.
We'll
Golly.
probably talk about the Hall of Fame nominees, but the only one that I really have any kind of information on really is just the Biff. So we just highlight that the Biff is in it.
The bit.
The greatest thing ever was this guy created a like a Twitter thread, X thread, and it was just nothing but him doing like where he put 69 in his tweets, and it's like so often and so many tweets. Classic.
I
Bro.
love
The
it.
favorite thing I saw from
Are we good on your side?
the Biff was someone did an iRacing series with all of them being
All the
Greg
Biffs.
Biffle.
Yeah.
Greg Biffle's in the lead. Oh, Greg Biffle's wrecking.
Oh, it was Moonhead.
Greg
Moonhead did that. Yeah,
It was great. It was the best.
that was hysterical.
The Biff.
The Biff.
The Biff.
I think,
All right, we good?
I think we
Okay.
got I think we got all our notes in.
I just realized I don't have the show pulled up on my phone. What a shame.
How
All right.
disappointing. Matt,
know.
make sure your phone volume's off.
That
since
green tea is
we have to remind you
spicy.
every time. Tell
Okay.
me that, Miller.
Lindsay said she's ready,
the
so
green
I'm ready
tea
when
I
you
was
guys
drinking.
are.
I'm just pulling up
Hold
the
on,
Tubi.
Donald. Hold on, I got Bluey playing. My bad.
Tell me you're a dad without telling me you're a dad.
I have Bluey as my recently watched on YouTube.
Okay, this is
It
really
might be-
exciting. The suspense is killing me.
No, I don't
Well,
want to
it's only
report
half.
Bluey.
It's only half
Chill.
killing me.
Oh wait, did you?
Well,
send
man, once you do the thing, we gotta like go to the thing and share the thing. Like, hold on, bro. You know, it takes a minute. It ain't a new thing.
the
I'm
Miles
aware.
Monster.
It's usually my work is all right
If you
before
could
it starts.
generate the link ahead of time,
I wish I could.
Okay, then get off me, bro.
Jake, why do you send like a web page? So like the web page, I can't find any comments. I have to go to the YouTube app for the comments.
I have no idea what
yeah,
you're talking about.
Don't know.
So if I go to like Safari and click on the post, it doesn't let me.
You should
In case
download
you're
the YouTube
wondering
app.
and joining us now, yes, we are going to talk about the race soon. Where I'm just waiting.
All right.
you want
we
me?
do it
You
live.
want me? You want me to try to get people in or not?
No, I'm trying to get you to get people in. I'm just
Alright,
saying we're just
alright.
sitting around.
You're sitting around.
I
You're
am,
the- You're the
actually.
producer. Make some content, bro.
I did all my work. I'm waiting on y'all.
I think I got this to pretty much everybody now. I guess I'm ready.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, pull me up, but no.
We're going to go anyway.
We do it live.
Dover has come and gone, and Denny Hamlin gets his third win of the year, and Ford has yet to win this year. Is it time for them to hit the panic button? Or, I don't know, can Brad save them? I don't know.
Yeah, he can.
We'll find out. We are here for the speed. What's up? My name is DJ. I'm joined by...
I'm Jacob, and I don't think the Fords are fast enough to hit the panic button.
What is up, brothers? It is Matthew with the Here for the Speed podcast. Also a Brad Keselowski fan, but today he kind of sucks. So. We'll move on. What's next week? Kansas?
I'm glad you said that, so you won't be nearly as offended by my note later on in the show sheet.
You said show sheet, right?
Show sheet, yeah.
Oh, I thought show sheet.
Listen,
Shoshi.
I'm the one that can't speak. Okay, that's my bit right
No,
now.
that's a Japanese version of show sheet.
Yeah,
The Yoshi?
Yoshi.
Oh man,
No, I
heck
mean,
is
it was, Dover was Dover. I don't think it was that bad.
it was okay. It was pretty
Honestly,
good.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was actually a pretty solid race.
Yeah, I mean, kind of got what we expected, right? Some attrition and a lot of. I mean, it's a really fast racetrack. I mean, a mile in 22, 23 seconds. So, I mean, I
There's
thought it
a
was
lot of
pretty
weird
decent.
strategies going on.
Yeah, and
You
I
know?
mean there was also that caution. What was it like with 30 to go or 40 to go? That kind of I think that may have shook some things up a
Man, I
little
tell
bit.
you what, that worked out for Daniel Hemrick, didn't it?
Oh
Yeah.
Turned his day around.
yeah.
Gave
Good
him a
on
little
them.
light at the end of the tunnel.
Since
this-
Colleague's been, pretty much atrocious this year.
Yeah. I mean, they lost all their good drivers, so.
Well, they kicked their driver out of
Yeah.
full time to go run Xfinity. So
And
Has he won yet this year?
I don't
No.
think so.
All right,
he's
so-
run good though.
Yeah, but he hasn't won.
No,
Yeah.
he'll
See.
probably get him a road course here or there
You think so?
one of these days.
The Roval or
Maybe.
something.
I don't know.
Portland.
Now that he lost the curbs in Watkins Glen. Oh, I should probably add
Now
it to
what
the
do we
show
do,
sheet.
Lyle?
Oh my gosh! Stop adding notes. We got enough.
No, we don't.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh!
gosh, look, someone responded. Hi, Lindsay.
No, that's Lindsay. That doesn't count.
Oh, my bad. All right, where are we going?
We're staying here.
Oh.
I'm so confused. So let's do our typical rating of the race, 1 to 10. Let's do that real quick. Jake, I'll go with you're typing. Matt, go with you.
Oh, man.
I was ready.
Where you-
I was ready.
okay.
I'm going to go with a 6.9.
I come prepared, DJ.
Okay, go ahead, Jake. I knew it.
I'd give it a 6. I'm honestly gonna give it like a 5.5 because the car does not. Larson was clearly faster and just could not get to Hamlin. Hamlin just had to change his lane a little bit, and then that's happening there, and we're highlighting that. That's what TV highlighted, but that's happening all over the entire track.
Yeah.
So just kind of the same song, same dance. Car's really hard to pass, And then we got some notes about some injury updates with Eric Jones and some different stuff we're going to talk about. And my patience with this car has gone where I was like, okay with it at the beginning of the year to where I'm kind of like really done with it. So
Yeah.
I'll get a 5.5. Not that happy with the car. The Xfinity race was better. Again,
Oh yeah.
like every race this year so far, pretty much.
I'd say I'd give this race a 7. I thought it was pretty solid.
7.
Yeah. I thought there was a lot of. I thought the beginning of the race specifically was a lot more interesting. You definitely had some movement. You had guys because
Oh yeah, Ross moved so much, like 21st
where
to
did-
16th.
where did-
took him 300
Where
laps.
was Larson? Where did he start? I'll tell you, 21st.
21st, right?
Where did Elliott start?
That's a Hendrick guy though.
26th. 29th?
Yeah, okay. So get rid of the Hendrick and the JGR cars. Who else
I mean,
moved? Who
yes.
else?
Byron moved
I'm just
backwards, I'll
waiting.
tell you that.
I saw a post this week.
Truex
We talked about
might
like
have done.
parity and like how the next gen wanted parity and all this, and it was like a list of every race this year and which team has won. It was like Hendrick, JGR, Hendrick, JGR, Hendrick. Oh, Suarez. You know what I mean? It's just like nothing but Hendrick and
Hey, you got to
JGR.
throw
and it's just
2311
like,
in there. Come on,
golly.
show some
Yeah,
Yeah,
respect.
last week.
Come on.
2311, yeah.
Come on, throw some respect.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's definitely a problem. I think it's definitely this is considered an intermediate though, right? Or is this
No, it's a short track.
well
I guess.
package-wise?
It's kind of a package. It's an intermediate package for
Okay.
sure. But track style, I think it kind of gets thrown into the mile or less short track. It's obviously
Yeah. It's
not.
the
They're freaking
super-
flying around them
Yeah.
tracks.
yeah, that thing's
It's the Super
fast.
Speedway Bristol.
Is it a super short track?
It's a super short track.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
New category.
I like it.
Super short.
Super
I
track.
can't say
It's
it.
a
I can't
super
say
track.
it. A super short.
That's what I sound like.
Might want to get that checked out, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna give
eyebrows.
It,
Eyebrows
you gave
both.
it what, a 7?
Yeah.
Solid 6.9.
Oh, gross.
Is this like Price is Right? You're
Y'all
just,
like this
just
race.
below?
You guys
Yeah.
like this race way more than I did. Clearly.
Yeah, I thought it was solid. I don't know. I've always kind of liked Dover. I don't know if it's just the. I don't know. I've always kind of liked something about.
I mean,
Dover.
I appreciate it. I appreciate how the track, even though the cars,
Suck.
yeah,
Say it.
even though
Say
the
the
cars
word,
suck.
sucks.
I
Say
mean,
the
word.
you,
We're here
you
for.
still get to a point like, okay, Richmond, we saw like nobody spin out by themselves, right? Martinsville, same thing. Nowhere where you were on the edge of spinning out and losing control, right? And then Dover still delivered that, so I can definitely appreciate
Dover
that.
delivered.
And the way it, hey,
I thought about it actually.
change it,
I thought
change
about
the show name. No,
I thought about it.
Change it out.
I mean, and the way it, it just like if everything rolls downhill there. So like if you're downhill, like we saw in that one big wreck, like you're just gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
caught up in it.
You're
So
done.
Yeah.
it's where the whole monster moniker comes from. The way it just like eats up a bunch of extra race cars for a single car spin out.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that, but it's just like I don't know.
I don't think it
man.
was that bad. I mean, it wasn't like great.
Wasn't
The
amazing,
restarts
but
were
it wasn't-
okay.
Okay, here's what I don't like. What's Todd Gilliland spins out, loses all 4 tires, and loses 5 laps because he cannot move.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's
That's
yeah.
a Todd Gilliland problem.
That's a car problem.
That's a
This
Todd
car
problem.
is so bad.
If it was Chastain, he'd make it.
Oh, Chastain didn't wreck. Chastain wouldn't spin out like that by
No,
himself.
There's no way.
Nah,
He's too good.
goated, bro.
No, he would just wreck somebody else.
Yeah,
No,
see,
I mean,
you know
I
what
didn't think it was that bad. There was we had each stage had a different winner, right?
Mhm.
Just
You
double
had,
checking
you
here.
didn't have one obviously dominant car through the whole day.
No, there was 5.
there was.
There was 5. These cars are going to win this race
Yeah.
unless there is a huge mix-up, a huge wreck, something. There was a solid 5, maybe 7 cars that could make it. Everyone else was just playing catch-up, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
I
again,
heard-
it was your Martin Truex Jr., it was Denny Hamlin, it was Larson,
All the Hendrick
it
guys.
was
Facts.
I'd say Byron for the most part, but once he had that horrible pit stop, he never came
Yeah,
back. So I
that-
don't know.
that
I'd
killed
kinda
him.
take
That's
him
what
out
I'm
of that.
saying. But
I
he had a
can-
fast car and just got marred in track position. Couldn't do anything about
Yeah,
it.
but Blaney went back and forth.
He probably dropped the jack and dented the diffuser 1/8 of an inch and ruined his car.
Probably.
Maybe.
That happens.
Yep.
Speaking of things like that, I mean, how many wrecks did we see in just in qualifying?
I think it's 2.
And you talking about practice? Qualifying? I don't think there was
sorry.
any.
Practice,
Bell,
qualifying.
Bell definitely. Bell was moving up, but again,
Yo, that
Kaida?
Casgrala wreck was wild.
That
Cannot
was rough.
save this car. Remember Auto Club, the first year of this car, Chastain tried to save it after he spun out and freaking hit the wall head
Oof,
on? It was
yeah.
brutal.
No,
Absolutely brutal.
no, it just snaps back every
You
single
can't,
time.
yeah. And it's interesting because iRacing nailed that. You just
no.
have to spin out.
Yeah, it's
Just let it
actually-
go.
Just let yourself come around.
Yeah,
Like, just deal
it'll
with
throw a yellow, and it is what it is. It's fun.
Yeah.
it. It's fun.
I mean, Kyle Busch was up there, started the race strong,
Yeah,
didn't really
Hey,
go anywhere crazy.
Yeah, but
I mean, he
good
was,
day for RCR
he
with
was a
Kyle
top
Busch.
5. I wouldn't give him maybe a top 10. But I
Yo,
thought
what's
he
up
had
with
top
Austin
5.
Dillon?
his silver
You tell
spoon's
me,
wearing
since
out.
you think he's such a great driver. You tell
Daytona
me.
500 champion.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah, he's better
That's
than
all he's
Brad,
got.
clearly.
He's all he's got.
How many championships of the Daytona 500 does Brad have?
He's got 1 million
He's got a bunch
In
of
his
close tries.
in his head.
Yeah, if they were racing the turn 3, he would have had a few.
I think y'all would just be scared if Brad had a 500 win.
No,
The GOAT would be the GOAT.
I don't think it would bother me at all.
I think.
I did actually. Do you guys listen to Dirty Modo this week?
No.
So I listened to it, and I listened to it for our fantasy league because they
probably why
have
you're
some
losing.
good stats. Who's in the lead?
I said that's probably
Thanks.
why you're losing.
Okay, so and I should go to the lead this week.
You might.
Because like 50% of our fantasy league didn't pick.
That's true.
Win by default, I guess.
Goated.
GOAT.
I have the GOAT status.
No,
No one
but
showed up.
they shared a really interesting stat that Dover traditionally in the last decade, 2 decades, has been a who's of like with the field. So like whoever is the best car or the best drivers and cars of the year, those are the ones that win Dover. Last year, Martin Truex Jr., regular season champ, won Dover, and you cycle it back. The year Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson won like the 10 11 races each. They were the ones that won Dover that year, and like every year.
So you're saying Denny Hamlin's destined to win?
No, I'm just
in the
saying
books?
whoever is like on top and has the most speed, that's who wins Dover every year. You don't see a guy all of a sudden hit it and come out and get a
But
win.
last
Not
year-
very often. When Bowman won a few years ago, he was great in the point standings at that time. Like Dover rewards the teams that have been really consistent throughout this season. It's
That's a
just-
good
I mean,
point.
you're true. It's true.
Yeah.
Last year's kind of an anomaly though because Martin Truex Jr.
but
did
he
not-
won the regular season championship. He
But
was
this
the-
was his first win.
Lewis has joined the.
as of last
Lewis joined the chat. He said that boy Austin Dillon his cheeks.
year. Yo, easy.
Yeah, he was
Yo.
super mad right before that whole caution with Stenhouse that shook up the whole pitch strategy. I
Typical drummer.
was texting Lewis and telling him like, "Yo, bro, Kyle Busch looking pretty good, got some speed." And I was telling him that like this track translates to other tracks, like it
Right.
correlates with them. Like if you're fast here, it typically means you're fast on mile and a half. And then he literally texted me back. He's like, "I hate you," because that whole caution like totally screwed up Kyle Busch's strategy. Because he was literally texting me like, "Bro, don't jinx me. Don't jinx me. Like, we're finally having a good week, and all this stuff." And I'm like, nah, bro. It's not like that. And there was caution.
That's
like,
funny.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, but I mean, getting the pole. I mean, that team needed it because they've been struggling this year. Not as much as Ford, but they're struggling.
Dude, Ford is so bad.
Toyota is not struggling this year. Well,
No.
I'm sorry. Denny Hamlin's not struggling this year.
Martin's
Denny
Martin's solid.
JGR is solid.
Yeah, I mean, even Gibbs. I mean, Bell obviously had a wreck today, but I mean, he's been pretty solid. I mean,
I think he's lucky he's got a win.
yeah. I mean, it's rough. It's been a rough go for Ford. I mean, seriously, but do we think they need to be looking for a panic button? Like,
I think
is this the
they
dark
don't need
horse?
I don't think they need a panic button. They need a horsepower button. Whatever
Nah,
that.
it's not a horsepower. It's all about aero, bro. They have not figured it out.
Even on these short tracks.
I mean,
Short tracks, you need horsepower.
short tracks doesn't have anything to do
Nah,
with
it's
aero.
that's all mechanical setup.
Horsepower.
They're just missing everywhere, bro.
I mean, horsepower would be nice.
No.
Yes.
They got it with horsepower. Look at them on super speedways. They get
Yeah.
every single super speedway
Yeah.
pole.
All right, that's fair.
They're 3 for 3 so far this year.
Yeah, that's kind of real.
I'm
I don't
trying
know.
to
They're-
pull up
I don't know. They're
our
kinda-
results from the race.
Yeah, it's hard to say with Ford. I'm gonna be honest because
Highest Ford was
Noah.
Noah Gregson, and then Ryan Blaney in 7th, and then after that you have to go all the way down to 14th for Josh Berry.
Can
and
we-
15th is Austin Cindric.
Can we just stop for a second and Noah, all of a sudden
Bro,
starting
he's-
to have a pretty solid run?
He's the leader of SHR.
He should be, I think.
Yeah, that's why they call him Daddy Noah.
Noah.
I think that's why
weathers the
we
storm.
call him Daddy Noah. Didn't you say you freaked someone out with that?
Oh yeah, I was telling somebody totally out of context. Me and Lewis, we were talking and we were talking about Daddy Noah, and they're just looking at us like, "The hell are y'all talking about?"
see, JFB. He knows what's going on. He said Dover was packed. It's a shame what happened to Brad. He was flying.
Yeah, flying.
Oh,
in the,
yeah. This
flying
is
in
the
the
guy-
wall.
This is the guy.
Stop.
This is,
Easy, bro.
Hey, remember,
Golly.
this is the guy that told us he was going to Dover
Yeah.
the other week. So,
So
yeah.
Dover was packed. That's good to hear.
Yep.
Because
Let us know how the race was from your perspective. At
I
the
will
track.
say,
I gave it a
the
6.9,
crowd looked great. The
so-
crowd looked great at
Yeah.
Dover.
Yeah, so let us know what you thought of the
6.9
race
for the
sure.
Biff.
6.9 for Dover, man.
Oh, I didn't
It
think
was
about
great.
that.
Yeah,
Nice.
see? Thank
Nice.
you.
Nice.
Nobody caught that when we were doing the
No.
ratings.
I heard it.
I did not at all. But I'm only half cognitive right now, so
I wonder what the fan experience was there, because usually we can obviously talk about Daytona.
there's
Atlanta and
always so
Talladega.
much.
There's so much going on. Like, you want to get there as early as the midway opens because you're seeing everything. They have all the haulers out. They have so much fun interaction stuff between axe throwing, and you get to drive vehicles for
Axe throwing
Toyota.
champion. Thank you.
You
They-
made like 3.
Of the Here for the
They
Speed
made a
podcast.
comment. They made a comment on the broadcast that it has like a festival kind of feel.
Yeah,
Like
I just don't know.
that's
I don't know
cool.
what other
They're midway.
do they have food trucks? Because our tracks don't have food trucks. They have like a giant McDonald's that just gives you free burgers and fries,
Wendy's.
or Wendy's where you just
Yeah.
get a whole
The
biggie
Wendy's in
bag.
the infield is literally goated.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That is the most fun.
And when you picked on the guy,
What's up,
Bro,
Mark?
he was trying to
Good see you.
freaking come at me.
what is up, gentlemen? Hey,
He got
Mark's
mad
here.
at me for answering all their trivia questions.
Yeah, because you cheat. You didn't cheat. You're well versed in NASCAR knowledge.
Well,
That's like-
first,
That's like me coming up to a Star Wars.
Yeah,
event,
bro.
and
Yeah,
they're
that's
just
like us going to a
yeah.
trivia for Star Wars, and DJ shows up like, oh yeah, that's this quadrant of this galaxy on this year.
Not a galaxy. They're all. In
I mean,
sectors.
what about for
Sorry.
you? I'd love to go to Dover one of these days.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, it'd be
I would.
bad.
That's
It'd be
definitely on
awesome.
my list.
I would definitely climb miles.
Where would
I'd be on top. I'd show up one time. I'd climb miles and get kicked out. I'd be like, I
Get
did it.
trespassed.
sit in the race car up there,
I'm going fast.
knock the race car out. All right, hold me, Miles. Where, if you went to Dover, where would you sit? And then I'm curious.
I think he said he was sitting in near turn 1.
Yeah, JFB. Let me know where you sat. I'm curious.
Can we do
Well,
a
where would you sit? I'd kind of want to sit like in turn 1-ish.
I said I wanted to.
You said what, the bridge?
The bridge.
The bridge
Oh,
would
the
be
bridge
wild.
would be cool.
Just
That is a
because
one of a kind.
It's because it's the only place like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
that's true.
You know, I got thinking.
But
this
I
is-
want no glass. Leave it wide open.
So okay,
I want to get hit by chunks of rubber.
you did that. You went to Bristol.
Yeah, we did go to Bristol.
Lug nut.
Did I tell this on the podcast? Like I was literally reaching my. I was
Yes.
wearing my
Yeah, you found your
Ross
rubber.
Chastain, and
You
I
told
like,
us about the
pocket.
rubber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was really funny. It was just a
Yo,
giant
easy.
chunk of rubber. Hey, where'd this come from, bro?
No, okay.
You want to see my rubber again?
All right, so he's giving it a 7 out of 10. He thinks some people were upset Hamlin won and Truex fell off. He got
Yeah.
to see Chastain at the merch hauler.
Hey,
Hey.
all right.
Sweet.
That's my
That's
boy.
awesome.
This guy is quickly becoming one of us.
Yeah, bro.
No, that's wild. Yeah, I mean Hamlin
He's in
winning,
already.
That's
He saw
always gonna,
Chastain. Like,
I feel like that's always gonna lose you like 10 points
with Hamlin.
with Hamlin winning.
Yeah.
which is kind of sad because I love his podcast.
I
Listening to
does
his
it knock
podcast
it
is-
down if he wins? Does that
Not
knock
for
your
me,
score
but-
down?
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah,
We're not unbiased, you know.
I am 100%
Well-
biased. Do not believe him. I'm a
He
Brad
is.
fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Brad wins, it was gonna
Just
be a
wait
10 out of
until
10.
A Brad.
Okay,
wins
so
the
he
race.
sat kind of. He sat in front of victory lane, so that's probably front stretch in front of Briscoe's pit. Cool.
All right, that's cool. Cool,
Right
cool,
on.
cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely one that's on our list to go to at some point. We just
We
have
got
to
to get some more money so we can sit on the bridge.
I don't know how much are they. I guess they're really expensive.
It
I
looks
would
like a
imagine.
suite
Yeah, it probably is. Probably out of the budget of this podcast.
for now.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's talk
If anyone
about
wants to donate a suite to Dover, we'll take it.
yeah. Anybody.
We'll get there.
All
Oh my
8
gosh.
people listening right now. Like,
I'm not driving though.
I'll drive. I don't
Well,
mind.
look, Jeff Gordon's watching.
All right, let's go over. Let's talk about some of the other races real quick. There weren't trucks this weekend, but Kyle Busch would have won anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So let's go to Xfinity.
You just gonna skip Arca?
There
I
was-
didn't watch.
There
ours,
was
so
no
I can't
notes.
tell you.
I watched the highlights. You see that one crash?
I saw
where the guy
one
blew
car
a right
burn.
front.
Yeah, the one car
Blew a right front coming out of 4, just absolutely knocked the wall down. Massive hit, broke the oil lines or something, ripped or caught up in the flames. Dude, it was
Can they
like
do that in ARCA? Is that legal?
what?
Just wreck so bad it breaks the wall.
That's
not
like
supposed to.
what they do.
Oh,
It's
That's
Arca.
like a-
every
ARCA
ARCA race
staple.
I've seen, it's just a train. Just
I think if they don't do that,
Nobody
they probably
stops.
add 50 laps till somebody does.
all right. We got to get out of here with one DNF.
Well, I remember we went to Daytona like 2 years ago, and the guy like had no brakes. Like they just didn't put brakes in his car, and the wreck happened. It was like 20 seconds later, he just plows into him about
That's
140,
easy to forget, though.
and then broke his back.
Easy.
Remember
I forgot about this.
and they cut the roof of the car off and everything.
Don't remember.
You know,
any of
Neil,
this.
I think ARCA is basically what most people who are
Is
not
that-
NASCAR fans think NASCAR is ARCA.
Yeah,
Like that's what I think the actual perception is.
if that's what NASCAR really was, I wouldn't blame people for not
Yeah,
watching.
exactly. But let's talk about. So there's a lot of things that happen in Xfinity race. One, it was an awesome race. I only got to see the last little bit live. I went back and kind of watched like highlights and everything. But it was overcast and cloudy, so we had the threat of rain constantly. Which anytime there's a threat of rain, obviously drivers are going to be pushing and obviously not so kind because the race can end at any moment.
Yeah, that
So-
was the interesting. I know Matt has some feelings. So here's the deal. I was up super late on Friday night.
Yeah.
So I was kind of in and out. I was like fall asleep for 30 minutes, watch the race. Not that the race wasn't good. I was just literally completely exhausted.
You just weren't
on
dedicated.
Saturday.
I get it. It's fine.
Sure. I've
Basically,
missed
yeah.
no podcasts. You've missed a few.
Nope, you weren't dedicated enough.
I'm going to remember that next time when you're outside needing
Blowing
a
a
moment.
motor.
When I'm not here.
When he's
When you're out, I like when you're outside needing a moment to yourself.
No, I mean,
in case you're wondering.
honestly, the race for Xfinity,
I thought it was pretty good. I
It
thought
was
it was better
fair
than
until-
See, I'd give that a 7. It was
No,
a good
my-
race. They could get there. They could get each other loose. You
it
could
was
get
a
on
good
the
race.
outside,
Yes,
take the
it
air
was
off
a good
guy.
race.
Like
A lot of people got super loose. You could see
There's
them
a
kind
lot
of
of
hopping into
loose.
the corners. It was really good. I don't understand the last 50 laps because that is where either NASCAR was
see, this
just
is where I
dumb.
I was definitely missing. So
No,
this is
it
gonna
was
be
dumb.
this is gonna rely on you here.
Okay, so first stage, Justin Allgaier destroyed it. He was like 5 seconds ahead of the field. Like nobody was gonna catch this guy, right? Sure in, lock in. This guy's gonna win it. I think the 9 car was behind him. Like it was just locked in.
Yeah.
Right. Second stage coming around. Cole Custer was now the man to beat. Up front, destroying everyone. This guy was gonna win this race. Stage 3. Everybody knew rain was on the way. Everybody.
Yeah, I
So
did
it
hear
was
that.
a race to the rain, but it was also 3:00. So they had plenty of time to finish this race,
Yeah.
right?
Does,
So
does,
they come on down.
sorry, does Xfinity have the wet weather package or is that just Cup?
I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't
Jake
think
knows
so.
or if we
And
know.
I don't think this track could use it.
Oh,
because of the
you're-
banking.
I think you're right. I think it
Yeah,
can.
this track's not.
So
it's
this
like
is one.
Bristol. You can't use it at Bristol.
That's right. That's right. Never mind.
Because it's concrete and high banking.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair.
So it's like the last 50 laps. right? Everyone's running. They're not pitting, which is great. Great. Everyone's running it to the end. They all needed to pit. They were probably 60 laps in. They were going to run out of fuel, and their tires were all worn, and the rain comes. Oh, everyone's so happy. Rain's here. I think Cole Custer was in the lead, right? Everything's great. Rain's here. They do 10 laps of caution, right? So now we're at 40, right? And then they jump to, now it's red flagged. And I'm like, what are we doing? Why didn't we just red flag it the minute it was caution? Or 2-3 laps. Why are we wasting laps, right? Then everyone's just sitting in their car. There's like 35 to 40 laps to go. Then they come back out, and they probably had maybe a 10, 15-minute delay. Then they come back out. They're doing pace laps. Another 10 laps of pace laps. So now we're down to like basically 20 laps to go. So like out of the 50, 30 of them are pace laps.
Yeah,
and all
that
between
sucks.
this, they're just waiting for the rain. Justin Allgaier was starting on the front row. He decides to just start dooring the leader, which makes no sense. Like, it was literally 1 to go, lights are off, and he's just up there dooring him because he's like, I don't know where I'm starting. We didn't choose. I don't know what's going on. And they had to throw another yellow because he wanted one more lap just in case it rained because he was the leader. I'm telling you, it was a whole crap show. And I'm like, this just isn't cool. This is not cool how this is all playing out. And then finally, everyone starts going green. A handful of people ran out of gas. They needed tires, so they fell back. Obviously, the end of it, Ryan Truex wins it. The 88 car of Kvapil?
I don't know how you
Kvapil.
say his last name.
Say it again.
Quapple.
Kvapil.
Quapple.
Carson
Obviously,
Kvapil.
you have not watched racing that long.
Shut up. Oh my
It's like a
God.
classic name, bro.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Kvapil.
It's like saying instead of Kozlowski, Keselowski.
Keselowski. Anyway, he was up front. He was running. He was
Would you
doing
like
really
a
good.
Quapple?
It sucks he
That
didn't
was
win the race.
He super
It
impressed
sucks.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks he didn't win the race.
I wanted him to win so
Nah,
much.
bro, your guy
But I
was
had Ryan
just
Truex,
your guy
so-
was just. I mean,
better.
Honestly, I love.
Back-to-back
I
win.
was so mad at the race because me and Matt have our own league, right, between me and him for Xfinity and trucks, and we pick one guy each week or whatever. And he had Ryan Truex, and I had Creed, and
Good old
I
runner-up
was
Creed.
right there, bro.
So proud of you. What is
Runner-up
that?
Creed.
What is that? 11th?
Runner-up
11th
Creed.
runner-up spot?
It's got to be.
Yo, trademark that. That's his name, bro.
Runner-up Creed.
Runner-up Creed. I mean, if you can't win in JGR stuff, bro, like.
He couldn't win an RCR stuff either.
I mean, even Brendan Jones got to win under GR. That's not saying
But-
much. Brendan Jones decided to do what he normally does.
yeah.
And this is where, I'm going to be honest, this is where I really want to go on a rant. Because I am so tired of people getting rides because they have money and they're not actually good drivers.
Name one.
Brendan Jones,
How do you know?
Harrison Burton.
How do you know?
They suck. They're in every
Harrison
car.
Burton is 100% a funded ride.
100%. I'm just, it's so frustrating.
Bring
because there's
Matty
people,
D back.
There's people like Kvapil, whatever his name is. He's a good driver.
Quapple.
Or what
He's
was
a good driver.
what was the other
That
guy?
man should
Buddy.
be in a ride.
Buddy. What was the other guy that put in the 88? Pollard.
Bubba
Yes,
Pollard.
Bubba Pollard.
Buddy.
Boy, I don't know.
What is wrong
He
with
should
y'all,
be-
man?
But he should be like running a truck race or running
Something.
But he doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the funding.
That's
No,
NASCAR, man. Big money.
no, daddy's not gonna pay. It's just frustrating.
I
Man.
mean, we've
It's
seen
just-
that even being, what a little bit of stuff that we do at DGM. It's kind of just part of the.
I get it. It's just frustrating
It
because
is.
it's like, okay, there's also people who have money who are also good drivers.
This is
Well,
where I'm on the side of
I'm at-
the teams where NASCAR
at
needs
the
to give
part,
up more
like,
money.
Ty Gibbs, I'm sorry, he's great in Xfinity. He hasn't done anything at Cup.
Yo, hold on, man. He's only a half year, not even a half year in.
He's 2 years in, right? Isn't he
he's-
almost 3?
Oh,
This is
Almost
his
two.
first full time season.
No, that was
no,
last
that
year.
was last year.
Was it last? No, I thought.
Yeah.
Wait,
He's 2.5
last-
years in.
because he had the half year where he was covering for Kurt before. Then he had
he's
his
already
rookie
been
season.
here that long.
He's in his
Yes.
sophomore
Yeah, but give him
season.
time, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, William Byron. How's William Byron?
He's great. He's a go.
Okay, how was he the first 2 years? Trash.
I wouldn't
in
say
Cup.
that.
Bruh.
I wouldn't say that. I think it was his crew chief.
From the 24, it's the same crew chief. Stop.
No, he had Chad Canals. He didn't know how to run a race. Win
Oh,
championships.
Chad Canals, Hall of Fame crew chief, Chad Canals. Okay, I got
All right,
you.
that was sarcasm.
All right, cool.
That
All
was
right.
sarcasm.
Now we
I
know
mean,
we
I
can
get it.
rely on every comment Matt makes the rest of the show.
I was gonna say arguably the best crew chief
Like,
ever.
There's just
No, it
certain
takes
things where it's
time,
like,
bro. It takes time. You got to give
it's
them
just
time. And the Cup,
frustrating.
the jump from Xfinity to Cup, You have the couple good guys.
No, I want
hold
people
on.
who
Hold on.
pay
You have
out.
the couple good guys from Xfinity, like really good guys. When they go to Cup, it just takes time because everybody that makes it to Cup are at least as good as they were in the previous year, minimum. It just takes time.
No,
bro.
I want payout drivers.
Gibbs.
man.
Gibbs.
I mean, Austin-
Gibbs is going to be nasty.
Keep in
walk-in
mind-
winners.
Keep in mind, Austin Dillon has a truck championship and an Xfinity championship.
Yeah, bro.
Where's this
Get
Cup?
off my guy.
He's
That's-
been there
but
for
that's my point.
14 years.
But that's my point.
That long?
No, that was a random number, but
He's
it sounds about right.
He's a veteran now.
Yeah,
No, I
he
think it
is.
is right because my first 500, I think he was on the pole.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which makes sense. I mean, RCRs, I wouldn't say they're top quality. Like, they're not your Hendrick, but they're right
You
there.
got to put some respect on
They're right there. They're-
Austin Dillon's name, bro.
Stop.
500 champion, bro. Coke 600 champion.
So is Austin Cindric, another guy who's there because of
No,
money.
yeah, he's terrible.
Like, bro, some of these people, like, I'm sorry, GTFO, get them out of here.
Yeah, but that's how NASCAR's been forever, dude.
I'm just tired of it. It's
That's
just
it's
I
part
know.
of the deal.
because like walking into every week, I know Austin Cindric's not going to win. I just know it. There's no point in ever.
If you look at the betting odds for Harrison Burton, one of these days, that loyal fan who's been hitting him every week is going
Bro,
to cash out.
it's
big.
nothing against the fans. The person's a great person. They suck at driving. I don't get it.
Actually, but Harrison Burton wasn't bad in Xfinity. He just ain't Cup material.
Go back to Xfinity.
Yeah.
Do what
at-
John
look
Hunter
at your,
did.
Your Matt Craftons and your Justin Allgaiers. You know,
I
Like,
get
they
it.
made a career out of the lower series. That's
Yes.
all good.
It's great. It's just, why are you here? Like, honestly, if the whole news with Stuart Haas losing drivers, I could 100% see Gregson going back to Xfinity and just dominating until his next
Why? Gregson is doing good, bro. If you're keeping two guys in Stuart
no, but-
Haas, like, hey,
long game. You jump back to Xfinity.
long game, you keep Gregson.
You jump back to Xfinity with
Yeah, but
Junior.
you throw that Cup money at him.
Junior gets a Cup ride. Gregson's back in a Cup ride. I'm just saying, like, you got those. Allgaier's not going to go to Cups, right?
know,
He's
be
like
perfect.
what, 40? He ain't
Drop,
gonna do it.
I
drop,
don't think he's that
drop
old.
Suarez and put Gregson in Trackhouse.
No.
Perfection.
No.
Oh.
Two stallions.
Dude, they fought each other last year.
Perfect.
That's what we wanted,
Listen.
teammates.
Can't
wait to see them at
What's
Daytona.
the phrase? Iron sharpens iron.
yeah.
Fist hardened fist.
About it.
Listen, Justin Marks is like, boys, before we get to this
So
season,
sorry, I didn't
before
really
we get to
want to
this
like.
season, y'all
jump
go
on
out
a
back.
huge-
and
I
figure
agree.
it out.
I do agree with you
I'm
because,
just-
like, you see some of these guys, like Cody Ware was one
Mm.
forever. Like, you were good for at least one Cody Ware caution a week.
Yes.
Just how it was in the Cup Series, and you see him. I mean, Haley Deegan. I like Haley Deegan. I like the story. I like her personality. All that, but she's just not getting it in the Xfinity Series. She's just
Yeah.
not. And then you see like a guy like Ryan Sieg, who comes from a home built team, and they've been grinding for years, man. Like, that's a story you love to follow. Anthony
Yeah.
Alfredo, similar boat, man. He's one of the small guys, and seeing him win the Dash for Cash, like, that makes for good
I
storylines.
feel like what was
If
it?
Brandon Jones wins it, because it's probably a pretty heavily funded ride.
I just
But
don't get
but
it.
at the same time, it is kind of like a two-edged sword because you kind of deal with it. But it also allows Junior Motorsports, if they have a couple funded guys, which Michael Annett with Pilot J was one forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
And how
allowed,
happy were we when he got out?
but it allowed them to also make some moves to get some of these Bubba Pollards, Travis Quapples, people like that.
Isn't
Yeah.
it Carson? Is his name Travis or Carson?
Sorry, I think this is Dad. See, now I'm going way too back.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
It's
Sorry.
Carson Quapop.
Actually, I think TV did the exact same thing. They called him
Really?
Travis instead of
That's
Carson.
funny.
Sorry.
All right. So, do we want to talk anything else about the Xfinity?
No, I mean, I thought it was a good race. It was better than Cup. I would throw
It
that
was.
out there.
It was-
It was more exciting.
Every week, bro.
Every
It's
week.
every week. I was kind of getting annoyed with DBC there for a while because they were kind of just saying that every week. But I'm
makes
on
sense. I
the
get it.
boat.
I get it. I get it.
I think we kind of hit everything for the Cub. There's a lot of news is the reason I'm trying to want to make sure we get to that because there's a lot of things that happen this week that we need to talk about. So just random news. Kevin Harvick is going to be the guy driving the 5 car for the practice at the All-Star race because Larson's going to be in Indy. I don't know
Yeah.
when that was officially announced, but I heard it on the broadcast today when they were interviewing Larson.
I think
totally
that was,
missed that.
So that was
Yeah.
it when they were interviewing Larson. Larson came out and he said, "Hey, Kevin, it's going to be an honor having you
Did you see
run
like
my car.
Did you see the whole
for-"
exchange with him and Clint and them?
Yeah, it was kind of
That
funny.
was funny because Larson comes out and he's like, "Well, it wasn't Clint, or it's not going to be Clint driving, or something like that."
He's like, Clint
and
won't
then,
find his way to the front.
yeah, so he's like, "So we got someone better, so we got Harvick,
Yeah.
or something to that effect."
So basically, he said, "Hey, it's going to be an honor having you run the 5 car for the All-Star race in practice while I'll be over in Indy." He's like, "Yeah, honestly, I think it caught Harvick off guard
They might have.
because it was only, as he said, 3 days earlier. He's like, 3 days ago, Rick Hendrick called me. He said, I need a favor." And as Kevin Harvick said, when Rick Hendrick said you need a favor, you ain't saying no. Like, I guarantee if Rick Hendrick called any race fan and said, "Hey, I need a favor," like, he'd be like,
Anyone?
"Yes, sir."
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So that's super cool, though.
Very cool. It's gonna be awesome seeing Kevin behind the wheel.
Sorry, Lewis just sent me. He's like, I got a question of the week for you. When's Austin Dillon gonna lose his ride?
Hopefully next week. All right. So
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, but that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Anywho, so yeah, Kevin Harvick's gonna run
Yep.
it. It's gonna be really interesting seeing him honestly run back into Ford since he switched to SHR, which was what 2012, 2011. Jake,
You mean
Sorry,
back in Chevy?
I'm making new notes. There's some
Yeah,
other
sorry.
news coming out. Sorry.
when was the last time Kevin Harvick was in a Chevy?
Ooh,
2012,
it's been
11?
a minute. It's been yeah, probably somewhere in there
Over 10 years.
when he
It's-
was with RCR.
yeah.
Dang.
So very interesting. It's gonna be really cool seeing him run around the track, and then on the flip side, it's gonna be awesome seeing Kyle Larson running IndyCar.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for
Obviously, I mean, we've said it before. Me and Jake are going to go to the Indy 500 this year to see it, so
that. Oh,
we're
no.
super pumped.
Hold on. What
it's
news
gonna
did
be
you just
awesome.
see?
Well, we have. I won't disclose names, but we have a source that has a friend that works for RCR, and said 1 to 2 years.
Thank God.
On what?
Austin Dillon
Oh, gotcha.
checking out.
Must be
Okay.
Minuet.
Yeah.
That is a
It's a pretty
plan-
reliable source.
A plan in motion.
Yeah.
I would say this person.
how long you going to
This
hold
person
Austin
knows
Hill back?
everybody over there, so it probably is true. Like,
Yeah.
But how long you going to hold Austin Hill back? I'm going to be honest.
How long's his contract? Isn't it like
Austin
the long?
Hill, bro. Like, imagine a freaking Kyle Busch and
You only
Austin
need
Hill
to-
team.
The only thing you need to change is the last name on the car. Like, you're saving stickers.
You gotta get rid of the little heart.
But you'll probably have
Give
to
that to
Spade.
Jesse Love.
The
You'll
spade.
probably have to spend more money on more race win stickers. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, man.
Okay,
Like,
so-
I'm sorry. I'm not anti Austin Dillon. I just, like I said, I'm tired of money getting you into a car. I want drivers to be. good.
I mean, he's not bad, but I would love to see Austin Dillon run like super speedways
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't
RCR being a third, do a third
or
team.
occasional Coke
If-
600.
Yeah, they have.
if
kinda
Keselowski
do
Racing
what,
can do a third car for a super
that's
speedway,
what I'm saying.
why can't RCR?
Yeah, to have RCR do that. And have
They
just
do.
come for
Austin
this.
Hill runs it.
Okay, well now it's Austin Dillon changing the base schemes.
Yeah. Something else. Campaigns for All Star Weekend have kicked off with people trying to get in for most popular driver.
Yeah, so that was cool.
So
So-
who's done it so far?
Justin Haley made a
Okay, I get it.
entire
Like
video.
a campaign ad or
Yeah,
something?
which was
That
awesome.
was
He's like, I'm gonna ride the wall.
hilarious.
I'm gonna lower inflation, and you see him like deflating a tire. He had a good few on there, and then the only thing I saw from Carson Hocevar was him standing there in a Vote for Pedro t-shirt, and they scratched out Pedro and put Hocevar.
A for effort.
I thought it was so funny. I put it on our picture for our group chat.
Oh, really?
It says it's Carson Hocevar, vote for Hocevar.
That's funny.
Um,
And then,
but yeah, they're
who else?
campaigning. It's obviously vote for your favorite driver to get in.
It's going to come down to the same people it always does. and
Gregson won it last year.
I wish.
Yeah. Who gets in? I think it's pole winners, champions, and race winners.
Yeah.
So Gregson would have to campaign again.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a pole and he hasn't won a race. So
Yeah. I don't know.
what do you think, Jake?
What?
Oh my
Off
gosh.
your phone.
We're on the podcast, bro.
I'm making notes, bro, and commenting with
You
people.
Definitely are not.
100%.
100%.
What are we talking about?
See?
See. All right.
You're not
next,
even here.
Next topic.
All right. The tire situation at the All-Star race. That was some interesting news. So they basically said they are
You're
going
gonna have
to
fill
be
me in on
using.
this one. I haven't seen it.
So they came out and one, I didn't hear the whole thing about the 2 compounds, so that'll be up to Jake if he ever gets off his phone. But the other thing I heard was they're going to use the rubber compound from the checkered sprinkle tire in a
Checkered?
slick. Well, it's not checkered. It's
The
Bristol?
oh my
the wet
gosh.
weather package tire.
Oh,
They're
okay.
going to use
Treaded-
that
treaded tire.
They're going to use that compound.
Yeah, that
in a
soft
slick-
compound, not a treaded tire, but that
Same
soft
compound,
material.
not
in a
treaded.
slick.
Yep.
Nice.
And they're going to try that. And then Jake, you said they're going to actually have 2 compounds. Are they testing that, or they're going to allow them?
No. So they're going to have the soft and the hard, and there's all kinds of complicated rules. Honestly,
I
they've
did-
got like
Hold
the
on.
All-Star race this year is super complicated, so I haven't
Great.
really studied that much until we like get there
Great.
because it'll be one of those things you read all the rules and forget half of them the weekend
Yeah.
of the race. So I was gonna wait to really deep dive
try
into
to
it.
figure it out. So yeah, but I mean,
You got it there. Let me take a look.
All right, hold on. There you go.
All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh, this is a lot to read.
There's a
So
lot.
I think
there.
we have a lot of like the normal
So like I
All-Star
said-
qualifying. We
Yeah.
have All-Star race. If you're qualified for the race, you're in. We have the
Bowl
All-Star
winners.
Pit Cruise Challenge. That comes back in a similar format. You go down like qualifying. I think for the All-Star race is you run a lap. You have to come down pit road and then finish a lap. That's your qualifying time, which allows the pit crews to be involved. And also,
yeah,
fastest pit crew wins pit crew challenge. There's also heat races somehow involved somewhere in there. And then there's the well, I guess looks like they have the All-Star Open qualifying, All-Star race qualifying, All-Star pit crew, All-Star heat races, then there's the open race, and then there's the All-Star race. 200 laps. That's actually a lot.
yeah.
Kind of surprised.
For
Pretty
a half
long.
mile. So it's only 100 miles though.
Yeah.
They
Million-
are
million
moving.
dollars.
They are
So-
moving at
When
that track now.
it-
It's late too, man. The All-Star race
Starts at 8, I
is-
think.
Ooh,
Well, this
right?
says 5 p.m. I don't
Oh,
know.
well, it's
I
probably for
heard
all the
8 p.m.
heats.
too.
It's probably for all the heats and everything first,
oh,
and
probably.
then the major race is at 8. Probably ends by
No,
10.
the heat race is on Saturday.
Oh well,
Oh,
I'm
dang.
totally wrong.
I
Don't listen to
totally
me.
I totally read that being at 8 o'clock too. I don't know.
Anyway,
We'll update it when we get closer. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's typical All-Star stuff. They're gonna try a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
I'm glad they're trying it, but I hope that they find out that this tire is awesome. It lasts 40 laps, and they get rid of the stupid hard compound we have now,
I agree.
and just give them a soft tire and give them 16 sets.
yeah, just
Let's go.
let's get more sets. I mean, Jake has some of the Bristol tire if you need to sample it.
Yeah, I got it. I got it in my pocket.
Kidnapped it.
You want some of this
Come
rubber?
with me.
You want this rubber?
No.
Used.
Kyle
Once.
Kyle Larson showed a
Glad you
throwback.
don't reuse it.
Not very safe anymore.
All right. Kyle Larson, what?
Are you done?
No.
Kyle Larson has a throwback scheme that they released.
Okay. I don't know about y'all, but this is the goated paint scheme.
Oh, I
This
love
is
it.
the best. This is the best one I've ever seen.
I love it.
Does
Period.
anyone eat cornflakes anymore?
I mean, I think it's not cornflakes. It,
is
was
Kellogg's Kellogg's cornflakes, bro.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Ah, this
It's a
guy.
great scheme. Don't get me wrong.
That might honestly, I'm probably gonna buy that die.
You know
cast.
what? And you know the best part? They didn't fudge it up with any colors.
No,
They didn't like try
No,
to make
it's,
it
it's
all
a
blue.
perfect throwback.
It's
the
perfect.
only thing that would have made it better is yes, if they could have got Kellogg's to.
But I
do
will
it.
say the way they did the name and everything, it took me a
Yes.
second to realize that
I
it
agree.
wasn't.
I agree.
I'll be
I
honest,
didn't.
I
notice
thought it was fake at first. I saw it on like Twitter first, and I was like, "Oh, that would be a cool like replica, like whatever." Like you know how they have like the imaginary designs,
Yeah.
you know the if it could be a scheme.
Yeah,
And I'm like, "Oh, that'd be cool," and I kept scrolling, and then I saw it today
Again.
on the broadcast. They're like, "Oh, by the way, this was also an S." I was like, "Son of a gun, that was real." All
No,
right,
that's a good one. They killed that one, man. That's gonna be.
that
I
makes
mean,
me think.
honestly, between the junior one and that one, Hendrick coming out swinging with a throwback.
So now we got 2 more. What are we gonna get? From a 48 in the 24, 2 iconic numbers.
probably a Jeff Gordon and a Jimmy Johnson.
Probably.
I mean,
but,
yeah.
dude, the Jimmy Johnson blacked out Lowe's car, that was a nice scheme. I
which one
love
was it? He had a Lowe's
All
scheme
black.
that was. I think it was black and it had,
It had
the
the-
American flag on it.
I think
No,
Bowman should
I
throw
don't think
back
it
to
was
the Jimmy
American
Johnson SpongeBob.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
But I think it had like silver, but it was like the what is it? I don't know the name. The diamond board?
Diamond plate.
Yeah, diamond plated. Silver on the
diamond
bottom.
tread.
It looked great. That was a nice scheme that Jimmy ran. So that'd be a good throwback. I'm throwing that out there.
Just throwing that throwback out there.
Throwing it out there.
All
Just
right.
yeeting it.
A lot of throwing.
Whatever.
Yeet it to Hendrick.
Corey Heim ends up replacing Jones and gets a 25th place finish.
Not bad.
Sounds
Not a
about
bad day.
where Eric Jones would have finished.
Yeah.
Beat a lot of them Cup guys.
He
Who?
was
Who?
running pretty high.
Oh, Brad.
Awesome.
Brad.
Beat Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, he beat Brad Kozlowski.
Beat
The
your
GOAT.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dover
Yeah.
wasn't fun. We'll keep it
When's
moving.
Brad gonna retire? Getting beat by a first time.
Next week, probably.
The comebacks that come to mind that I can't say here. It would be a different rating on this podcast.
That's probably true.
It's for you, DJ.
Thank you.
No editing needed.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Jones, his crash registered 70 decibels, according to Jake.
Oh, whoops.
It's G's. I
G's.
know.
70 decibels, pretty low.
It was very quiet.
I saw that in the notes. I saw it said 70 dB, and I'm like, that's not the right
I
measurement.
think I write dB a lot, so just like
Yeah.
went to dB. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, so 70 G's.
G's.
That's a lot.
That's pretty massive. That's actually similar, almost identical to Ryan Blaney's crash at Daytona.
Which makes sense because
Last
it was
year.
very similar wreck.
So what you're saying is Ryan Blaney.
Ryan
stronger.
Blaney hit. Yeah, of course.
I mean, Ryan
He's
Blaney's
just a hunk of a man,
built
bro.
different. He's just built different.
Calm down, Megan.
That's why there's moms for Blaney's, bro, not moms for Jones.
That Jones boy.
Take that
The Jones
70, take
man.
that 70G hit and walk away.
Anyway, what were you saying, Jake?
No, I think it all comes down to angle.
Yeah, probably.
Jones hit kind of on the right front. Blaney hit totally square on the front. I think I saw too. Like I was kind of looking at like the slow mo of both. I feel like at Daytona, maybe and I'm not saying this is a safer barrier problem, but it looked like the safer barrier gave more. Maybe just the way Blaney hit, it was able to give more. So maybe that's why it didn't result in
Maybe.
the injury. But I know NASCAR's looking into it. They have the Jones car at their R&D center, and they're looking
I
into
feel
it.
like Jones's car didn't crush as much as Blaney's did either. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't know. It just
I don't know. I'd have
I'd
to
have-
look. I didn't see that, but I have to look side by side.
Yeah, I don't know.
mean it's similar, but
yeah.
I mean Jones did take a freaking lick, dude. My goodness.
And he was there at the track today.
He was. I
Yeah.
mean, he looked like he's feeling pretty good. I think, not racing Dover is a good idea.
Yeah.
High loads going into those corners. So, like, if you don't know, like Dover, you don't just go into the corner and kind of go up like a normal track.
Drop.
I mean, you literally drop, and it's the equivalent of like a story. Like, it's like 15 feet
Somebody, I think it was
that you drop down in there, and then all of a sudden the car hits all this load on like this 20, I think it's like 28, 29 degree banking, and just
I think it
goes
was
around the corner, but-
Clint Boyer made a comment. It looks like a roller coaster when you're looking at it from behind.
yeah, it looks crazy.
And because it's just the way it like curves, they curve around and everything. But you got to figure if he has a back injury,
Yeah, no,
That's a
that's gonna
lot of
be-
load.
That's the worst track you want to go to, probably.
yeah,
That or like the old Auto Club with all the bumps on the backstretch. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's probably one of the worst ones.
or Texas. There's a lot of bumps there.
Okay.
Why you look at me? I've never been to Texas.
I
You've been there like a million times. You
Just
tell
not
me.
to the track.
Texas has a couple bad bumps in 3 and
Yes.
4.
okay. Anyway, so so hopefully he y'all are difficult.
You're rude.
Hopefully Jones recovers soon, but it sounds like Corey Himes doing a pretty good job covering for them.
Yeah, 25th, great.
I wouldn't be surprised with Kansas, which is not nearly as bad. Maybe he comes
He
back.
might.
I don't know. And they said it was a hairline fracture, so
It just depends.
he looked like he was feeling pretty good today.
Yeah. I mean, didn't really have anything. Did you see him? They were interviewing him. Did you see it? Like, hear what they were saying?
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
No, did you hear what they were saying? They're like, what's it like being on the pit box and stuff like that? Like, is anything different? And they're like, he's like, I didn't realize how much trash talk everybody on the radio has. He's
You
like,
hear-
the whole
Everyone's
team.
mean.
He's like, everybody. He's like, they talk about the broadcasters. They talk about everybody.
Did you see Brad's comments?
No.
They asked him like, "What do you think about this?" Da, da, da. He's like, they're asking him like, "What do you think it's like to like see somebody else drive your car?" He's like, I've never seen my wife cheat on me with somebody, but I imagine it would be the same. He's like, but I imagine it would feel the same. I'm like, that's such a Brad answer.
That was not what I
loved it.
expected. Okay, so other things that came out this week.
Freaking Brad.
So
Hall
he just
of
hasn't
Fame-
seen it.
He's just
Oh
like,
my
I've
gosh.
never seen it, but I imagine it would feel the same.
So the Hall of Fame had
So
some.
you've thought about it.
Oh my gosh!
You better watch out for Greg Biffle.
Let me know when y'all are ready.
What's next?
Y'all need to put them things down. All right. Hall of Fame nominations were announced this week. So some. Speaking of
Greg Biffle.
speaking of the Biff,
The Biff
Speaking on somebody taking your wife.
Greg Biffle, Ray Hendrick, is that one too?
Yeah, that's one. That's the only two that I really heard and remembered off the top of my head. I've listened to a couple people, and I'd have to agree. Couple different NASCAR medias. It's like this year's kind of like nobody like really spectacular. I think Carl Edwards is still on the ballot.
Whoa, hold on, Greg Biffle.
Hold on, I mean,
100% spectacular.
Okay, in comparison to last year, like
Jimmy
Chad.
Johnson.
I'm sorry, not nobody in. Let me change that. No obvious first round ballots.
Yeah, last year was 100%.
Yeah, Jimmy
like,
Johnson, Chad Knaus. That's what I meant. Of course, Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, absolute legends. Ray
Carl
Hendrick,
Edwards is
I don't
on
know a
this?
lot about it. Well, I think he's still in there for nomination. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's a hard pick.
Well, I think they get to pick two. So I'm pretty sure Greg Biffle and Carl Edwards
I'd
are
go
going to
with
make
the
it.
Biff.
Maybe Carl Edwards will finally show back up to the racetrack.
He
showed
Quit
up
giving
not-
us blue balls that he's going to come back and race.
Am I gonna be there? You never
We did
know.
like that whole promo with track president with Daytona. It was like, hey, what's going on, bro? Like,
Yo, who's this guy?
Anyway, and then the other thing that they announced online this week was Watkins Glen changed up the curbing in the bus stop.
you all see that?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw photos. It's kind
Did
of
you
wild.
see Kyle Larson's post?
No.
I don't see how that's gonna help him.
Well, Kyle Larson said it was pretty significant. So he had like one of the mouth inserts that registers G-forces during the race.
Yeah,
And, I mean, it's like substantially high.
I'm pretty sure hitting these bumps is gonna hit higher.
Don't hit the big bumps.
Okay, but if you're wrecking,
So basically what happened is they got rid of the traditional curbs that have been there forever, which all the Xfinity guys and Truck Series guys and sports car guys are all up in arms about.
Yeah.
Right. And I get it because that's part of the racing track and the way you hit it to make your corner and get your angle. I get all that. But let's be honest, the biggest show of the year there is Cup Series.
Yep.
And those curbs are a problem for the Cup cars.
Yep.
So they got rid of them. They changed it. I think they made them pretty flat, a lot less profile. And they added two massive, I don't know what they call them. I guess they're kind of like turtles. I mean,
Yeah.
they're huge. They're huge. Like if
Tortoises.
you hit them, like
Tortoises.
it's going to be.
It's going to look like Indy a couple of years ago.
It
where
could be.
Logano
I mean, they're
tore his
not
whole car out.
not so drastic where they're like in like such a hairpin turn
bro,
or
they're
whatever.
like giant pyramids.
But
They're
like
huge.
if you hit it, you're gonna hit it and just go straight, and you're probably
you're gonna
wreck.
launch, bro. Like
Yeah.
you're
You're going to look
be
like
awful.
Bubba Wallace.
They're gonna
hitting the
want to
turtles
hit
at
it
the-
because
at
they'll
the
be on
Rumble.
two wheels, like ready to go.
I'm about it.
I am. too.
Okay, so it's either you leave that and the drivers keep getting their heads scrambled,
It's fine.
which is a proven thing,
They'll be fine.
right? Or you go to COTA and you have track
Timeout
limits.
zones. Timeout zones.
And I hate the track limits.
Yeah.
I like the thing that if you hit it, it tears up your car.
I agree.
You know,
I
I,
thi- I
mean,
think
it's no
it should-
different than
I
a,
think
it's
the
no
track
different than a
limits-
wall on turn 4.
There should be a penalty if
So
you
my
don't stay on
issue-
the track limits.
Yeah,
My
It's
issue-
better than like what's the COTA? Like I think you just said COTA.
yeah,
like,
the track limits.
Yeah,
Terrible.
like it's
Hated
all-
it.
It was terrible that way. At least this kind of
Totally
gives you something.
miscalled a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Why do they not just have sensors? Put a sensor in the car.
Why? It's
But
that's
you could.
trash.
because
But
they
you
could
could.
fail.
So now it's not.
No, I like
Because they
the,
could
the
fail.
old adage with NASCAR is if it's
No.
paved, you can race on it.
I get that. But we're
All
not
right.
in that era of NASCAR anymore, bro.
Yeah, it's paved until you hit the ramp.
We're not in that. So you want just to tear up all the.
The-
Hey,
the-
by the way, we can't race here
Stay
this
on
week.
stay on the track.
Okay, so that's where you get timeout zones.
Okay, hold on, Matt.
Oh my
Matt,
god.
hold on. Did you like it when they changed the wall at the Roval?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Why?
Because I honestly, no.
Got him.
No, that's not. I think you guys. What I was saying was, I don't think it should
Pack
be
it
a
up, boys.
judgment
We got him.
call. I don't think it should be a judgment call. Just put a sensor in the track, like they put the camera.
No, I don't like that.
It's not reliable enough.
If it's paved, let them race.
They
no, no.
can't just have a sensor
It's
where
the
it
same-
just
This
So-
ain't no
Things
this
red
ain't
if
no
they drive over
fancy
it.
So no-
Formula
so Matt,
One,
so
bro.
hold on. So
Formula
at
One
COTA-
races there, Jacob.
Hold on. COTA.
No, at Watkins Glen?
No, COTA. I'm talking
Okay.
about COTA.
So
Okay,
COTA
forget about
so
COTA.
hold on,
we
hold
ain't
on,
gonna
hold
go
on.
through
Back
the
this
S's.
up.
We're going straight.
Hold on. At COTA,
I'm down for it.
At
Like, don't
COTA,
get me
Let's
wrong.
go.
at COTA, the way they determined that there's a problem
Some
is
guy
it's
with
a,
binoculars.
it's a camera that has sensors on it that picks them up. The problem is if you have two cars that are like this, it can't.
It misses.
It's not going to get it.
It doesn't ping per car.
It does,
No,
but
it's
it's
a camera.
AI. It can
There-
only
there's-
decipher so much.
There's a
Oh,
camera
well, next year it'll be
that
better.
flags it that it's close, and then it's reviewed by a person. But like DJ said, if they're too wide
They won't
and
ping it.
real tight, like on a restart, you can't tell.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I get you.
It's
And so
trash.
that's
Just
why.
go straight through the S's that
And that's the same reason why the NFL doesn't use things like for getting a first down. Why do we still have chains? Because
Chains
the
are
sensor
needed.
because the sensors
because the games
still,
are rigged. We all know that.
Well, that too. But it's also and
Scripted. thank
and it's
you.
honestly
sorry.
it's honestly because it's more drama to go out there and is it gonna make it? I don't know. Like it's entertainment. But at the same time, the sensors are only so accurate. Like there does come a point where like it's also a race car with vibrations, and if you get hit with something, you could screw up the electronics. And then what if you have one
Yeah,
car out
okay,
there that
that's
doesn't
a fair
have the
point.
sensor working, and he can just run wherever he wants? And oh, sorry, sensor says it's fine.
That's fair. Okay, I'll give you
That's
that.
that's
fair.
the problem.
I'll give you that.
Just get rid of all that crap.
Yeah, put up a wall.
Put up a wall.
I agree.
I'm kind of down for it now. Now I'm down for
All right, forget the curb. Just extend the wall out to the edge of the curb.
it. Guarantee no one will get close.
Jump this Cup Series.
I love it.
Bubba Wallace is out there. We meet again.
My old
That was the
nemesis.
best. I'm sorry. The first run at Coda.
That
where
first
Bubba
practice
Wallace
session,
just took out the wall.
Eric Jones too, right? Or was
No,
it, who
it was just
it?
Bubba.
Bubba.
No, it was somebody else.
destroyed it.
There was another one, but
Yeah, because
Bubba,
that practice session was forever because they keep having to send the forklift out there to push the wall back.
Bubba's was the one that literally destroyed his car, the wall, like
Done.
everything. Like that one was really
I was
bad.
like, Bubba, come on, bro.
And
Yeah.
the Roval has been ruined ever since.
Nope. That is NASCAR. NASCAR neuters are good tracks. That's it.
Like when they added the extra chicane at
They
the
just neuter them. That's all they do.
Don't talk to me about that.
They took out some of the exciting stuff that
Extra
happened
chicane
at
at
Indy.
Daytona.
Yep.
The worst.
end. Yep.
That's
Every
so
single-
gross.
Every single redesign they do.
Let's
to
slow the
road
cars
course-
down right where all the fans are going to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that makes
perfect.
so much sense.
Love
They
it.
just neuter it. They're like, no, that was a highlight last year. Let's just get rid of it this year. We can't have that again.
Yeah.
Guaranteed next year at or this year at Chicago, if it rains, they're just not going to run the race.
I think
It's
next.
too
I think,
exciting. We
I
can't
think
do
the next
that.
race at the next race at Bristol is probably going to have
Unless
a solid.
SVG's in it, you know.
I think the next race at Bristol is just going to be a solid rubber tire. There's not going to be any air in it at all.
They
It's just going to be
can't, yeah,
solid
just
rubber.
solid.
So we're not doing this again.
They
Um,
neuter every track.
All right, so there was also a lot of penalties that happened this week, or not a lot of penalties, but a lot of things penalty related happened this week. So Larson receives no penalties for last week's race.
I thought
Yeah,
that
they,
was weird.
they did say that post the race.
I thought that was weird.
So did we go into that? I'm trying to remember.
I don't.
No, we
remember
didn't really
we
talk
did.
about it.
Basically, what happened is they went through post race tech. Everything was, pre-race tech, pre-race qualifying. Everything was fine. Everything was good. They caught a team member messing with
The roof rails.
The roof rail,
Yeah,
which is, I mean, it's easy to do. We've worked on them. I've installed them. It's pretty easy to go in there when you're pushing the car. You can mess with it.
We have done this, 3 times we've worked on cars? What is the number one thing where you're told, never, ever, ever, if you
Oh, they-
ever
like,
caught touching
when
this
you-
thing, you are gone.
They
you're done.
they tell you when you leave post inspection.
yeah.
They tell you, okay, who's pushing the car? You, and you. 4 guys, 5 guys, whatever. Okay, you put your hands here. You
They
put your hands here. Oh, yeah, it's
specifically tell you where
and
to
that's
put your
Xfinity.
car.
You know, Cup is
It's
probably
just as
way
bad.
more strict.
You are
no,
Kyle
way more
Larson.
Yeah,
strict.
at least
Crew, and you're pushing something you're not supposed to be pushing? Come on, bro.
they know.
Come
Oh
on.
no, they're playing games.
100%. And he gets no penalty for
He got a
it?
penalty. The pass through.
Bro, it should have been way more. He still raced the car, right? He still had a pretty solid finish.
I mean, when we were going through there, I was like, they're like, don't touch this. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure if I touch this, I'm like banned for life.
cut off your
Scared to
hand.
death.
You feel like you're gonna get your hand cut off. Like some official's just gonna walk around with your hand. Look what this guy did.
You know, there's a story I haven't told yet. When we were in the garage for Daytona, and like we had to like do something like doing the inspection or whatever, and like they wanted like I don't remember, but they're like, oh hey, we got to check this whatever. And like so they asked me to go over here and go look at something or whatever, and the official wanted to mess with me, and so I'm over there and I'm like helping move
I don't
this or
remember
whatever,
this. Yeah.
and it's all fine. Like it's like we were good doing it, and then but the official yelled at me.
He could smell
He's
you
like,
green.
"What are you doing? What are you doing?" I was like, "What? Oh my god!" He was like, "Nah, you're fine." I was like, "Bro."
They got mad at us once because we had a tool bag. Like you have a generic little tool bag that could kind of fix everything. It was
Oh,
on the back.
miscellaneous little
It
adjustments.
was just on the
stuff,
back.
whatever.
Nothing crazy. Just either it's on the back where the spoiler is, or it's in the seat. Dude, they came out so quick. Get that bag off that spoiler. We're like, yes, sir. Right on the seat. It's just
That was a Joe thing. That was not us.
well, yeah. Like we don't. I don't.
It
I
is
don't touch that,
interesting.
right?
Like
That's not
it,
my
like
bag.
the whole. I mean, we're kind of getting off on the whole
I
thing
know we
here,
are.
but like
No, it's not a whole
it
thing.
is
It's just
interesting. Like there are certain do's and don'ts.
Yes.
red
Like
line.
like once you line the car, do not absolutely whatsoever go on the backside of the car once you've lined it on
Oh yeah.
pit
yeah.
road for the race.
yeah.
Yeah, because I
You
remember.
cannot.
I remember that when you guys were working at Daytona and we
Yep.
had all the other guys, we were all hanging out and we're like, hey, like we want to go take a photo. And they were on the
We're
other,
like,
they're on
nope.
the other side of the rope. So they're in the front of the car and then everyone else we were hanging out with was at the
Ah,
They're
back
like,
of
Exactly.
the
they're
car.
like, come on, we're gonna take a photo. Me and Mar are like, no, we're definitely
We
not
cannot.
We
allowed.
can't.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
we can't.
And you
go
have
other-
you have NASCAR officials patrolling the back of the cars, walking up and down pit road.
If
Because
Lindsay,
that's the
if-
easiest way to
I
mess
think
with
Lindsay has that
mess with
photo. If I
Bro,
we
I
can
don't
find it,
know,
I'll
bro.
have her
You'd
send
have
it.
to. That spoiler's so thick, bro. Like to try to pull on that thing. I don't know. Whatever. That's
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't
Move-
see it happening. I just don't see it happening.
the roof rail, 100%.
So yeah, so basically jumping back to it, Kyle Larson, nah, they were totally trying to cheat. It is
100%.
Yeah.
it is what it
It's
is ingrained
Hendrick.
in
It's
every
Hendrick.
single person's head.
It's interesting.
Do
I'd
not
love
touch
to
any
see
of
the
that.
aero data on that, on bending it, whether I mean, you can only bend it in or out. It's the only thing you could do. Like, I wonder,
I
do you
don't
bend
know.
it out? I mean, or do you bend it in to try to deflect more air off the spoiler? Like, I don't know.
Nah, you
Like,
bend
that's
it
interesting.
A little bit of lift, get some speed.
Mm.
Kyle
sure,
Larson.
let's go with that.
But, I mean, that's something that they tested in a wind tunnel.
All right, now go in there at 140 miles per hour and pull that.
I mean, they probably went in there like, hey, if we pull that over 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah,
oh,
you know?
that they've checked that.
guaranteed.
No, but it's super strict. So if anybody's wondering,
Don't touch it.
after you leave post race tech, there's a guy who steers the car. There's a guy on the right side who pushes on the forward post by the window, and there's two guys that push on the rear, not behind the spoiler, but on the side
Where
above,
like the stickers
above the
go.
wheel.
The winter stickers, like right in
Yeah,
there.
kind of like above the wheel to where the winter stickers are, kind of in that area. And that is the only areas you're allowed to push. And don't move your hands.
Do not touch anywhere else.
Don't move.
Didn't you
anywhere
guys
else.
say something like one of the cars was like black? And
Oh,
in
that was the
sun?
worst. We had the 91 car and it was black. It was so hot in Homestead. That was the worst.
Can I pour water on it? No. All right.
You just had to keep your hand in one spot because if you moved it an inch,
Yeah,
it was brutally hot. So you're just like, let me just deal with this hot spot.
yeah. Eventually, my flesh will cool it for a second.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
can we have a blue car?
White.
Can we push the blue 92? It looks way cooler.
All right, moving on to some other things that happen. IndyCar decides, hey, wait a minute. There was a penalty that happened several months ago, and we never did anything about it.
What was up?
Well,
with
that's
that?
not. That's
I know.
not.
That's
oh,
not.
oh,
No, it's not what happened. But
it all came out this week.
it's just weird.
It
that
is
took
a
this
whole
long.
weird thing. Did you guys see the Scott
Everyone was
McLaughlin
like
I did.
100% against them.
Oh yeah, bro. They're beating
Everyone.
them up.
Oh, hard.
Well, I mean, they're the house team.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they
That-
basically
it's Penske's team that got penalized.
in
Yeah.
short.
Penske, Roger Penske owns IndyCar.
So in short, they messed with what you talk about all
Push
the
to
time.
pass.
Yeah, they messed with
They
that
call it a different name in
to
Indy.
either. I think it was either extend it
They
or delay it.
basically changed the software so they could use it on restarts, which is totally illegal.
Stop! Don't do that. It's like, bro.
So Scott, did you guys watch the interview or no?
No, I didn't watch the
So,
interview.
or
I just saw
it was
what
a-
some
it
of
was
the
a press
team said.
conference actually, but he said basically, like they had after the Thermal Club race, which apparently there was some kind of rule change that allowed it to be like that or whatever, because it
Yeah.
was kind of like an exhibition race, like a NASCAR All Star race or whatever. And they said that they had convinced themselves that this was the new rule going forward. And I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know. Like, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. All right, But that's basically what they said, and they had it for 3 weeks.
Golly, and they still couldn't. They only got one win.
I don't know, bro.
They would have been DQ'd all the
But
way.
basically, they had changed their software and some test or something, and then ran it at the Thermal Club or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then so they had changed their software to where they could use the push to pass before the allotted timeline. I think they called the alt start finish line, which I think is pretty significantly around the track
Yeah.
before you hit that. I'm not sure exactly where with
I
St.
know
Pete,
with
but
I think it's DRS in Formula One. I think it's 2 laps before you can
Okay.
start using
Can we
it.
talk about the technology here? So basically, they tried to cheat with Joey Logano by putting webs on his glove. In IndyCar, they decided to rewrite the entire algorithm in code
They rewrote
for
the
the
code.
car. Like,
I'm gonna reprogram this motor.
Could you imagine if they're like, hey, Indy,
Some
hey,
dude with a Civic and
So
a
back
laptop
to what
can
I
do
said.
that.
If it's paved, you race on it.
basically. I mean, it's kind of
Caveman
wild.
style.
I heard everyone, like all the drivers, were like, "No, this is." They said it's basically BS that he got away with it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, fine him more, get him out." Like,
Well,
they
it
were
is
like
really
ready to
interesting.
burn this guy at the stake. I was like,
So
"Golly,
Scott
guys."
McLaughlin, he did say that it was actually really interesting that there was no countermeasure to like stop teams from doing this.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
already
was
gave
nothing.
him the algorithm.
Yeah.
The only reason why they realized it was because I don't know for sure. I got to go back and look, but basically they found the software thing and they addressed it and they fixed it. And then I think IndyCar at that point went back and said, wait a minute. How long have you had this? And then they went and back checked the data, and that's when it was found.
Mm.
It was kind of something along those lines. Don't hold me to that verbatim or whatever, but it's something
I will.
in that ballpark. Whatever.
So anyway, that was wild. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like what 3 months ago, and now he
Yeah,
lost
Two
his win.
months ago.
2 months ago, and now
Yeah.
he lost the dub off of it.
And not only did
Him
he
and
lose-
second.
and or was the third.
Or
think it was third. I think
it
two,
was
the
first
two
and third.
Penske guys.
I
Yeah.
think it was first.
I
and
don't think
third.
it's really gonna matter. I think he's gonna win Indy 500 again.
It probably won't.
No, of course not.
Newgarden,
He's got to beat Kyle Larson, bro.
Yeah, good luck.
It was interesting. He got very emotional in that press
Really?
conference.
He
Yeah,
got
like,
caught
choked
with
up.
his freaking pants down. Like it's normal. It's like a weekly basis. Like someone from NASCAR getting caught cheating. Like yeah, we did it.
NASCAR and cheating kind of go
Alright.
together.
But here
Sorry.
you have the team of the guy who owns the series.
yeah.
And anybody that knows Roger Penske, he is
Roger Penske.
not going to tolerate that.
I mean, he gave Joey Logano a giant.
I don't think
wing
so.
glove.
Did you hear Logano's post, fine or whatever comments?
He sounded very apologetic.
Roger Penske was not happy. That was not good. He does not like egg on his face.
Yeah.
He is not. Him and Rick Hendrick are the two guys that they do not like getting caught
Oh,
with.
Mr.
Hold
Louvers, come on.
Mr.
Roger
Lewis.
Penske, or Rick Hendrick buys the Louvers.
I thought you were going to say the guy that
Don't-
employs
come on,
Chad
bro.
Canals.
The guy who employed Chad Canals isn't a fan of cheating.
Employed and promoted to director of competition.
Yeah, Rick Hendrick. Oh, what a saint.
Look, Hendrick never cheated until Chad got to director of competition. Now the whole team cheats.
it's like the meme of Kermit and evil Kermit. Rick Hendrick's Kermit and Chad Canals is evil Kermit. Like, what if we shaved the brake bias?
It used to only be the 48 that cheated.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Now
sure.
it's the 24.
Now it's the 24, the 5, the 48, the 9.
What about that T-Rex car?
Yeah, who created that?
Ray
Wherever
Evernham.
have-
All right,
Abraham.
so
You
his
know
mentor,
who Ray? You know who's
Palpatine and
Chad
Vader.
Canals' mentor was?
Ray Everham.
Yeah,
Palpatine and Vader. I got you.
Yep.
pretty much.
You have Palpatine, and then you have Darth Plagueis. I love it.
Who's Darth Plagueis?
The
Rick
Wise.
Hendrick?
No,
that's Ray
No,
Abraham.
it'd be Ray Abraham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
And then he killed him in his.
Everybody thought that cheating was done when Chad Canals got promoted to director of competition. Oh no, he's back.
somehow Chad Canals survived.
Oh my God, Chad Canals has returned.
Oh,
I
Lord.
love it.
little off the rails, but
Oh my
I
God.
approve of this message.
That's hilarious.
Meanwhile, you wear a Star Wars shirt. To
Are you
a
really?
NASCAR podcast.
Always
It's like that subliminal messaging.
Reppin'.
might have been the mannequin. There was a mannequin that was thrown onto the racetrack. during
Okay,
the
IndyCar's
race.
got to stop because we're going to lose our one bridge at Dover. This is why we have to have glass at the Dover Bridge.
I'm telling you, IndyCar's really rivaling NASCAR for some ratchet fans.
That's true.
Well,
Like-
in all fairness, they were in Alabama.
I think we could really get him a mannequin over turn 3 at Daytona and like put a spike on it.
Bro,
and
we
spike it
could
in,
100%.
lawn darts.
We give them an ultimatum. Let me get in the flag stand,
You're
or
getting-
have
you're
a
getting
mannequin on the white flag lap. That's not on the do not bring in list.
You see him wrecking off at turn 3, and there's a mannequin just getting destroyed. Wigs flying in the air.
Oh my God.
This
You
should
got
be
Mike
allowed.
Joy on there. I think they hit a mannequin on the turn 3 grass.
I don't even know if they'd mention it, to be honest.
They would
Oh my
100%
God.
man.
Actually, better yet, we don't bring the mannequin. We bring the Dickie Has-Been from the pool bar.
We put it on one of the RVs so it's facing
You
one
know
of
what?
the cameras.
Mark, we need to talk because I'm going to buy an extra seat for the 500 for Dickie Has-Been.
Oh,
Can you
lingerie and all.
imagine? Me and you in the 500 seats.
They have the giant like globe photo, and you can just zoom in.
No, better yet, we get on the Fox TV camera. Lingerie and all.
That'd be hysterical.
Too
my
much, man.
That would be hysterical. Yeah, so I don't know really what the deal with that was, but yeah, Mannequin ended up on the track, so that was kind of interesting.
I think it brought out a caution,
I would
or
hope
like a
it would.
partial caution. I would imagine.
Yeah,
I mean, it was in the grass where you're not supposed to race, but
yeah.
you never
And
know.
yet again, when it comes to IndyCar, they're overlapping with NASCAR and their races.
Did they do it again? I
They
didn't
did
even
it-
pay attention.
did it
this
again.
time.
So this is my note. That dude. Okay, this one I put on NASCAR. Why the hell are we starting at 2:00?
It is kind of weird.
His sun's still out right now. I
Yeah.
don't know what's
Like,
going
why
on.
are we starting at 2:00?
on the East Coast?
I totally missed. I totally had no idea the race was starting at 2:00. Matt
saw they
texted me.
had-
Matt's like, "Hey, what's the plan?" I was like, when are we hanging out? I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Race
then
is 20 laps in.
I get a
What's the
notification on
plan?
Twitter like lap 25. I'm like, "What? What happened?" I totally missed the start of the race.
So you're just not paying attention.
Nah, bro, I was working.
Oh, okay.
It happens. I was working too, so
I was not.
that was his work.
Working.
Cola.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they decide to constantly keep doing
I
this.
wanted to watch
because-
the end of that race, bro. I was watching it when you texted me, and then I was talking to you, so then the notification all came up,
You're an IndyCar fan.
and I was
driving
like,
now.
bro, what the heck? I,
saw the
wanted
no-
to watch this race. Like, it started at 1, should have finished by 3:30. Boom, cup race time, perfect.
Yeah.
Like, race, you know?
Should be. That's the way they should do it. I don't know why they constantly are trying to fight that.
I think it's Rogers doing.
Why?
Is that why they moved the cup race to 2:30 in Dover or in
I
Delaware?
guess. I don't know. I think it's Rogers
Golly,
doing it,
that's
bro.
weird. East Coast race starting at 2:30. I don't get it.
It's weird.
It's yeah. I don't
Like,
know.
don't get me wrong. I'm like down for it, but why is IndyCar
It's fine.
starting at that time too? Like IndyCar could start at 12.
Yeah,
Why
mean,
not?
I don't know.
They
man.
do all the time.
I don't know.
They know
You see
their
how bad the
audience.
TV numbers were for IndyCar
It's bad.
for last
It's
week
real
against
bad.
Talladega?
Yeah, you ain't
Brutal,
gonna win.
man.
You're not
It
gonna
was
win.
what, like 200,000 or something.
Nah, no, it was
400?
more than that. It was like a couple 100,000, 500,000,
Yeah, it
something
was
like that.
not good.
I mean,
Talladega was probably
it was
what,
decent, but it
1.6?
wasn't. You know what I
Something
mean?
like
It
that.
wasn't anything.
Heard Xfinity's on the rise. so that's
Mark
good.
says you guys are off the rails.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We still got one bottle of the peach. Gonna save that for a special race.
Mark's gonna be like, "Don't drink that. It's botulism.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, our mixology expert, is that still safe?
It's got an expiration date, buddy.
I don't think the Gatorade bottle expiration date's good to go off.
He might go off of it. You never know.
I mean, you could. All right, so let's move on to our question of the week.
I think
so-
we got a few.
God,
We do
God.
have a few. So this is a part of the show. This is our Kuzman and
I
Friends
don't know. We
question of
have
the
one from Jennifer, but I'm not.
week. Not doing
Yeah,
it.
it's
The
all
one, all
right.
right, here you go. The one from Jennifer. When is Daddy Noah gonna win so she can quit losing money on her betting
Let's
for?
see. Father Gregson. He is
Father Greg.
Father Gregson will win at the All-Star race if he gets
Anyway,
Fan vote. He got
Pocono.
three.
He wins Pocono.
He's got 3 for me, you, and Jennifer. 3
I haven't
fan
voted
votes.
yet.
I haven't voted yet either.
I'm voting.
I haven't.
I'm voting for Brad if I can.
Yeah, because he hasn't won. He needs
He's a
all the help
champ.
he can
He's
get.
in.
Is he in?
Yeah, he's a champ.
Golly, man, they made rule for people like him.
No, it's for Jimmy.
It's for them old has-beens who can't win no more.
yeah.
You talking about Mr. 35th Jimmy?
Mm.
Oh, that was rough.
I'm
I don't even
sorry,
want,
man.
I don't
It's
want to
the
bring
truth.
it
I'm
up.
not gonna
It's
lie.
the truth.
I feel bad for Jeff, our friend Jeff. Man.
Has Jeff picked a Jimmy in like 4 weeks?
I don't know, but I feel bad because man, Jimmy was his driver growing up and everything, and it's got to be rough watching your hero.
The irony.
It's got to be.
It's got to be rough.
That makes me thankful to be like an Earnhardt Jr. fan, which
Where
is
he's
like
just
my
like, I'm
main
done.
guy, and he left on his own terms, which is really important for him. And like that's cool. I appreciate Jimmy wanting to like make his team better and still enjoying racing.
Must be
but
how Kyle Busch fans feel.
it's like, dang,
So,
bro.
they
It's like
did-
go do something like Cars Tour, like
So
Junior
they
is,
brought
and
it
have
up on
fun
the
with it.
broadcast that Jimmy is notorious for driving off, what was it, the right rear,
Yes.
Yeah,
And
and you have to
this
drive
car-
this car off the right front.
right front, and he
have
said,
to.
yes, I'm trying to learn how to do that and stuff.
Yeah,
so
bro. Chase Elliott still ain't figured it out yet, and he's been in here for 3 years.
yeah,
You ain't gonna figure it out.
no.
So you're
Jimmy
saying
Johnson's great,
Chase
but he ain't
Elliott's
gonna
done?
figure it out. Bro, he's a winner and a champion.
No. But you said Chase Elliott hasn't figured it out. Like he's done.
Done.
That's what you said. I'm just
I
going
think he's-
on.
No, I'm
saying
saying like he
he's
still
done.
hasn't figured it out. Like,
Oh, you're saying Jimmy's done because Chase Elliott
yeah, I
still
don't think
hasn't
Jimmy.
figured
Yes.
it out.
I don't think Jimmy has any shot unless he runs full time.
No shot. Golly.
All right. Anyway, Jake, what is
11-time winner of Dover, ran 30 something.
Yeah. That's true.
Rough,
Jake? What
bro.
is our Kuzman and Friends question? One of the questions of the week.
All right. At this point of the year, who do you think is underachieving? Kuzman says his answer is Logano. I think that's a very good one.
That's solid.
Yeah.
That's really solid.
So let's pick other ones besides him. Brad. No,
We need to stop pointing fingers. You're a real problem.
no, I mean, okay. No,
You, sir.
let's honestly really look at, like, in all honesty, Brad, I think is taking a step up from last year.
He's
Running
been
better
consistently at the top.
Like, so Brad wouldn't be one. I would say, I don't know. Let me cook on this for a minute, unless you
he's
guys
cooking.
have one.
It's got to be a Ford team.
Okay, mine, honestly, even though he ran
That
great
was a
today,
short cook.
freaking Kyle Busch, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, way
didn't wanna say Austin
underachieving.
Dillon?
He went from winning
Austin
a couple
was,
races a year, even with RCR, to just.
He won the
I mean, they're
3?
terrible, and I don't really put that on RCR. I mean, on Kyle Busch, more like an RCR thing. But Kyle Busch is the veteran guy who's supposed to, raise the
Two-time
tide.
champ. Two-time champ.
And it just ain't there.
Yeah.
And he has admitted that he has not figured this car out. So to me,
Yeah.
it's Kyle Larson.
No,
I was
no,
thinking about
no.
putting
Say
Bowman,
that
but
again.
Bowman's
Say that
great,
again.
too.
Kyle
Say that-
Larson.
Sorry, Kyle Busch.
Kyle Larson.
Sorry. Kyle Larson underachieving.
Hot take.
He
I'll
should
throw
have
it
won
out there.
today.
I'll throw it out there real easy. Ty Gibbs. 100%.
What a freaking
Besides
cold take, bro.
Martin Truex,
Trash.
who is arguably pretty much ready to win this race.
He's retiring, bro. He
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
care.
Yeah, that's fair. So Hamlin has 3 wins.
He's not going to
and Bell has 1
competition
win.
meetings anymore. He's just out fishing.
So,
He's
like
riding
I
around making
said-
millions, bro.
like I said, Denny Hamlin has 3 wins. Bell has at least 1 win, and he's trying out weird stuff. Where's Ty Gibbs? What's he doing? Why is he starting?
Learning.
Why is he starting like top 5 in
He's
falling
a
back?
pot roast, bro. Give it time.
He's a pot roast. Yeah, pot roast my ass. Fucking waste of money.
What do you mean waste of money? It's grandpa's money.
Wasting grandpa's money. I mean, listen, I bet
Ty Gibbs is gonna be good one day.
Yeah, he's gonna be good running the teams. That's about it. He's gonna
Maybe.
be good when he get rid of that 45.
I think it's the stash.
54.
He needs to grow the stash out more.
Anyway, Ty Gibbs. I would throw in there. I'd throw in there Bubba Wallace.
You're gonna hurt
too.
Mark's feelings because he picks
I
him every
know,
week in the
it's
fantasy
nothing-
league.
It's nothing against Mark. I get it. I just think he's underachieving. I think he needs to.
Mark agrees with me. Bush.
I think he
sir.
needs to pull his head out of his butt and start figuring things out.
Yeah.
You know what it is? He's
Stop risking it.
You know what it is? He's distracted, bro. Got them
Yeah, he's seeing all his teammates drive around
He's
him.
got all that Monster Energy girls all around. How can you worry about going fast, bro?
Psh, that's kind of real.
I mean,
That was Kurt Busch's problem too.
you have a.
Head injury.
You know,
That's
back
terrible. I'm sorry.
you're out of line.
but Bubba
He's out
Wallace
of
too.
line. But
I mean,
he's
honestly,
right.
like
I mean, you can spend a lot more time with him if you're on pit road watching the race.
I mean, you know,
as good as the Toyotas are. I mean, honestly, the Toyotas are good. What we got
Oh,
3
yeah.
wins. We got 4 wins in total. 5 wins with Toyotas. Where's Bubba at? Come on, bro. You're a veteran in the sport now. Where you at?
We're
Why are
going
you
to Kansas
wrecking?
next week.
Yeah, I'm sure another Toyota is going to win.
23-11
Honestly,
is going to win.
Ty Gibbs, I'll rescind all my comments if Ty Gibbs can win it next week. Rescind all
Ty
of them.
Gibbs eventually, some point.
Come on,
maybe
Kansas,
this year.
come on.
Hold on, maybe next year.
Next
Ty
year.
Gibbs will win at some point in the next
I
year
feel
or
bad
two.
for his sponsors.
From that point in time, when he wins that first race, he will absolutely go on a tear.
kind of like Kyle.
kinda
Just
agree.
like,
Elliott.
just like
You
William
need to-
Byron,
Chase
Chase
Elliott.
Elliott.
Sam Mayer.
What about Sam Mayer?
He needed that first win.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. You
Yeah.
need that confidence.
I get it.
boost.
I get it. You should have it at this point. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
A year and a half?
2.5.
No.
Yes.
We haven't even made it to Pocono yet. So it's a year and 3/4 at most.
2.5 years. All
No.
last year,
Yep.
half of this year, and
A quarter of
I
last.
guess half of
Okay,
the
so a
yeah.
year
Okay,
and
so 2
3/4.
years. 2 years.
Give it time.
Oh, okay. How
look
long?
At, look at Chase Elliott now.
If I needed 3 years to cook a pot roast,
What about Brad
It'd be really
Keselowski?
good.
What about Brad Keselowski? How long did he run and cut before he got a win? Thank you.
I don't even know. I didn't watch it back then.
Yeah, because he was
I
terrible.
didn't even watch it back then.
He was not worthy of following.
He's worth
No.
it now. Good old Brad. He builds submarines for a living.
I was
You
there for
commie.
Brad's
You
first
commie.
Xfinity win, bro. I'm the real fan.
Brad builds submarines.
Anyway,
Sorry, we're
how
off
come
on
he
a
didn't win at Talladega last week? He got scared,
Michael
bro.
McDummy.
He lifted, bro.
He did. He did lift. I'll put that on him. He lifted. He should have gassed it. He should have also just right turned the 45 when he.
Oh,
I
he
think-
should have fenced the 45, 100%.
I think TJ was just slow on that call. Like,
That was
TJ.
so sad. I wanted Brad to win so bad.
Me
It's
too.
coming. It's
He
cooking.
was totally in position until McDowell just acted like a complete butt.
You know what? He's cooking. Just let him be.
Anyway,
Oh, did
anyway,
we talk about this?
do I get to pick who I think is?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I do got to talk about.
I
this.
actually-
Something
Gibbs
else
is
with
a top
McDowell.
10
I'm gonna be
almost
honest.
every
I don't
week.
know because
Yeah,
y'all
maybe
picked the
starting,
two I
not
would have picked.
finishing.
So that's kind of hard, but I'll say Austin Dillon just because.
He sucks.
Yeah, that's
This
the only
year
other
they
one.
suck.
Yeah,
I don't want to like. I think Mark's gonna bar me.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna
I'm
get
done.
you're gonna get
have a-
shots of water when we go back.
He's gonna be like not allowed.
Mark
Put
says
my-
on the YouTube chat, Baby Gibbs in top 10 almost every week.
Yeah,
He is
starting,
not
not
about Matt's
finishing.
comments. What I want to say, did you hear Dale Jr. talking about his conversation with Michael McDowell?
no.
No.
Michael McDowell, he asked him like, "Hey man, you threw the one block and then you threw the second. You knew the second probably wasn't going to work." And Michael McDowell kind of told him like, "Hey man, it's my only shot. Like I'm going to have to win to make it into the playoffs. Like this,
It's fair.
this
I
might be
get
my
it, yeah.
only shot." And I was prepared to do anything. Dale Jr.'s kind of like, "Prepared to do anything?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was prepared to die, whatever it took."
I
Like-
was not ready for that one. Sorry.
I mean,
Ready? To,
you're going to throw those kind of blocks in a wreck very similar to Ryan Newman.
yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, I get it.
Mm.
These guys are, that's wild, man, to
It's
say
wild.
something like that.
To say you're like ready to die. for a
Because like
win.
it wasn't like on a podcast or whatever. It was a private conversation that Dale Jr. then shared on his podcast.
and that's for someone who is arguably locked where he is. Like he's not. I don't think Michael McDowell is really in threat of losing a ride.
No.
You know, he's with a good team. He's with
A
a solid
solid
team
team.
that's fast.
Mhm.
He even said it last year after he won the. What was it? Last year he won the 500. Is that right? Or the year before?
Matt Mark did say you're gonna get banned from the pool bar.
I knew it. All right, I'm gonna have to bring like 2 bags of jerky. Sorry, Mark. It's really nothing personal. It's just. I
Nah,
gotta
he's
pick on
lying,
this.
bro. He talked trash about you picking Baby Gibbs every week.
Honestly, I talk trash about myself picking Brad every week.
Oh man. Anyways, that's our only questions, unless we have anything from YouTube, but I don't think we do. So
You know, Kuzman has a good point. He's like, DJ, you have to achieve to be able to underachieve for my pick.
He's talking about Austin Dillon,
Fair enough.
the guy you think's a great driver and
I
deserves
didn't
to be
say
in
he's
top.
great. I just said
No,
he's a
you
Daytona,
did.
He's
You-
a Daytona 500 champion.
Kuzman's been here long enough. He said he's been great.
He's a Daytona 500
I think
champion.
he said
So is
specifically
McDowell.
that
He's,
he
a,
still
he's a
throws
good driver.
shit
He won a
blocks.
Daytona 500
He's lucky.
Anyway,
and a Coke 600
Again, lucky.
and Texas.
Takes ass. That was pure talent. I'm gonna be honest. Texas is pure talent.
oh my
It was
God.
a fuel strategy. Again,
Pure talent.
hey, brother.
Do we have any other questions?
No, that's it.
That was it? Okay. If you have a question you want to see us answer on the show, you could always submit it to us on X. You can send it to us and comment it below in the YouTube chat, or comment on any of the Instagram, Twitter. What's the other one?
Feel free to yell at us too,
TikTok.
because our takes are sometimes ice cold.
And sometimes hot trash.
Hot trash.
And sometimes anywhere in between. All right. So looking forward to next week. Where are we going next week, guys?
I'm typing it in.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say
Kansas.
Oh, look at that. Watch us be wrong.
Kansas.
No, Kansas should be a pretty good race.
See,
It
Ryan
should be.
Kuzman understands.
What did he say? What did he say?
He
What did
said Trevor Bayne is the GOAT for winning a 500. It's on the same par as Austin Dillon.
Yep.
See, Kuzman knows. Jake, you could learn a thing or two from Kuzman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know when we're getting our points.
What points?
Okay,
for
two
Xfinity.
people. Kuzman, hey, can you get the points together for us? It's either
Oh my
Jeff
gosh.
or it's only Jake or Megan who does points. So
Yeah, I
it.
know.
Megan is definitely not doing it right now. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, no.
She quit, man.
It got too complicated when 12 people showed up. She's like, I'm out.
I do it at work where I have my multiple monitors set up.
See, that's easy.
Yeah.
It's up to
It
you.
would
Not
be a
bad.
lot easier that way. All right, so what are we looking forward to at Kansas?
Toyota winning.
23-11. Bubba,
No,
Bubba Wallace is one a year.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, no, Toyota's gonna win it. I think that's if Toyota does not win it, that's gonna be wild.
What is it about Kansas that the Toyotas just have figured out
It's just
versus
about
a
them.
Charlotte, a Texas, Kentucky, or
They did-
whatever?
I heard the
What is
owner
it
of
about this
Kansas
track?
owns a Camry.
You're so dumb.
That's the rumor.
Oh my
I did
God.
I did hear on the broadcast they made a
He's
comment
trying to get
that
a Supra. If he gets one more win, he'll get a Supra.
I cannot get over this Kuzman comment. Know who else won a 500? Trevor Bain.
Goated.
Goated.
perfectly goated. No, so I don't know, but yeah, like you said, it's probably going to be a Toyota that shows up, or it's probably going to be a Hendrick car.
I think it'll be the same. You know,
Cream rises to the top.
Hamlin, Reddick, maybe Bubba, or Bell, maybe, and then you know,
Ty Gibbs will probably wreck.
dude, I would love for Ty Gibbs to win. So you just have to eat crow. Bro.
Oh, that'd
If
be
I'm not on the
hilarious.
podcast
Love
next
it.
week, y'all know why. I'm like, well, I can't show up this
Matt
week.
Don't
got
worry.
sick again.
We'll call
Too
Matt.
much
We'll call him in.
Oh
We'll call
my
Matt in on
gosh.
that one.
What do we got? We got trucks and cup. The truck race should be really good.
Kansas,
Typically is.
so Kansas and Kentucky, I like both those races. I don't think they run Kentucky.
No,
They got
Alex-
rid of Kentucky?
Alex Bowman probably won. So
Yeah. I always liked them. I thought they were good races. They were really fun. They usually ran during the horse race out there. What's that called? The Crown?
the Kentucky
The
Derby.
Kentucky Derby.
That thing, yeah.
Actually,
Well, it's
we
like
do
they
need to
called-
talk
I think they
about
called
going
it
to
the
that
Triple
one of
Crown,
these days.
right?
Well, that's if you win the.
If we go to that, we have
It's-
to take your mom.
It's a triple crown.
There's-
The oh my gosh,
Gosh, what is it?
the stakes.
I forgot the name of the
There's
different
steak?
places.
Bearmount. No, oh my gosh.
Bel-
Borealis.
Belmont.
Belmont.
Belmont Stakes, and then I forget the third one.
I don't remember.
So it's basically like three, like the three crown jewels of horse
you
racing.
can't
You
go
win
to
all
that without
three.
your
Like
mom. There's no way.
we need to go, but like my parents need to like stay somewhere nice, and we need to go.
Ratchet.
You
Gotcha.
hey, do you know
yeah,
how?
because
you-
it's supposed to be a lot like Talladega.
We've been in the trenches.
which one? You're talking about the
horse
Kentucky
racing.
Derby?
Yeah.
No, it's like you dress up like.
No,
to the
no.
No camping.
Nope. There's that side of it.
Oh,
And there is
I
a
gotcha.
whole nother side.
Oh,
The
I have
degenerates, DJ.
stumbled on some videos. It is the greatest thing. They do porta potty races.
Stop.
Have you seen this?
I'm down.
No.
They
I'm
literally take all the porta potties, they line them up, pour stuff all over top of them so they're slick as hell, and people race across the top of them lined up. It is I'm dead serious. So we need to go to the
I know what we're doing
Kentucky
next year. We got the Indy 500
But here's
this
the
year.
problem. It's always on Talladega weekend.
We could figure it out.
Or we could do that and then drive to Talladega.
Yeah, we could do both. Why not?
Probably that would be.
I got a car. I got a car.
I got a car.
If not, I can find a horse.
all right.
Me and Matt have discussed this week about going to Talladega in October.
Hey.
Oh my gosh,
Triple header.
it would be. All right, y'all. Well, it's been fun. It's time for us to get out of here. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week after Kansas. See you guys.